you may have seen world-renowned mix engineer Jason Joshua trimming his bass line to his kick, enabling him to get some extra level in his end mix. This, when it's mastered, results in a louder track than his competition. But what if I showed you a couple of easier ways to do this trick? Let's jump in. Firstly, I'm going to show you a manual way so you can have full control, and then I'll show you an automatic way that will make it really quick for you to do it. But before I do, if you like content on mixing and mastering, then please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, because it will encourage me to give you more of the good stuff. The reason why what I'm about to show you is so important is that if your kick and bass occupy the same frequency space, there's a lack of separation, and that results in a muddy, undefined low end. However, by keeping them in sync with each other, not only do you achieve a tighter low end, but you're also controlling the energy in the low end. And that way, by controlling the energy, it means you'll get a louder master because you can push the track into the limiter a little bit more, therefore getting some more level on your track, louder than your competition. So the first way I want to show you is the manual way. This way is so that you can move things around and you don't have it automatically. This is going to give you more control over what you're doing, but it's going to take a little bit longer, but it's good to know. So we're going to use the FabFilter Pro MB. We're putting that on the bass channel, and then every time the kick comes in, what we're wanting to do is duck the bass out of the way and then move it up. And so the way that we do this with the Pro MB is we select the frequency so that we've got one band at the bottom here, and then that is around 1K. So it's everything that's happening in the low end. We're bringing the range down to around 30 so that it will duck down quite far, so it pulls it right out of the way. It won't go that far, but it's just so that the range is holding it there. So we're going to do a large ratio. The attack's going to be really quick. Just by ear, we can use the release. And then we're going to grab the threshold, so every time it comes in, we can actually grab it, so we adjust it like that. So to set up the side chain for the bass, we go into expert mode. We select free, external, because it's an external side chain, and we side chain it to the kick, which is on our audio 9 channel there. So take that out of audition, take this out of solo, and then when I press play, you'll see that this is ducking the bass out of the way every time the kick comes in. Now, the joy of this is the output here of the submix, and you'll see that when I put it in, it's going to give us a gain of about 1 dB. I'll just play this and then show you as I'm doing it. So not only do we get that controlled bass, we're also gaining a dB of headroom across the whole track, which means we can go louder than everybody else later. Let me now show you the automatic way of doing this. So next is the automatic way. Now with this, we're going to use a plugin from Waves Factory, you probably know, called Track Spacer. This is a really fast way of getting the same effect as with the manual way that we did it with the Pro MB. So we've got a high cut on here, and the same as what we did with the Pro MB, we've got that set at 1.5K, so everything above it's not being affected by the side chain. And then we've just got an amount here. You can click this blue circle and change the attack and release times, but we don't really need to, they're fine. And obviously we're keeping everything in the low end that we want there. So we're side chaining this, the kick, again, same as we did previously. So let's have a listen to how this one sounds. And then we can just change the amount of how far we want it to go. So as you can see, Track Spacer works really well for this kind of thing. You can do this on vocals and other things too, but I love it for the kick and bass. But if you want the preset that I showed you for the Pro MB, you can download that via a link below in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because then I can show you more tips and tricks like this. But this is going to save you a dB, and it's a super quick way of getting your bass and kick super tight and synced together. If you want to see my 8 steps to pro vocals, check this video out now.